Hey! Hi, bug fates! Welcome back to another video. I just finished watching episode 5 of the Percy Jackson series, and I have some. I'm honestly not sure how I feel about this. I'm really not. Yeah. So, we start out seeing a shot of people reacting to the saying the Gateway Arch being destroyed, and about the Percy worrying about what's going on. And then we see Annabeth watch the Fates cut the string instead of Percy. Hey, in the book. Who normally does it in the book? Oh, right, sorry. For those of you that haven't read the books before, I will be spoiling the books within the series. So, if you don't want spoilers for that, click away. But this whole entire review is based on the perspective of someone who grew up reading the Percy Jackson series. So yeah, Percy is supposed to see the Fates. He was supposed to say it earlier, but I understood them not doing it. I felt like they could have done it on the bus. And I was like, here's the thing, you could have those three see it, and then, maybe you could have a thing where, because Grover and Annabeth are freaking out so much, I just thought we Percy to freak out a little bit as well. And then, leads into that, and as a result, anytime one of them struggles to make it, or seems like not gonna make it, they're all like, oh, the Fates sort of thing, and you could have had that much earlier in the series. Annabeth just got to reveal, hey, I saw the Fates. The Fates cut the string, one of us is fated to die later, blah, 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 sort of thing. But it still doesn't feel as impactful as Percy seeing it, because it has this whole entire thing of it leading around for him to think, oh, this is about me, and he thinks that the entire, pretty much, and just has that sort of in the back of his head sort of thing, so it's, like, this is something that does affect Percy's life, but still, well, it's one of those things that's confusing. It's one of those things where I just wish they had let Percy see it. It doesn't really matter where or when he sees it to me. It just matters that Percy sees it, and I don't like that. But what I do like is Grover and Annabeth looking for Percy, trying to find him on the Gateway Arch, and Annabeth hugging Percy when he finally does get back. That was really good. And I love how Percy apologizes for switching out on Annabeth sort of things, and I also love that Grover's like, yeah, we're gonna have a problem getting there, cause we're wanted. Okay? And then I love how, as they're traveling across the road, they foreshadow Ares as showing up with, the sounds of a car coming, and I was like, oh no, it's a bike, it's fine, just move over and hide, sort of thing, which is foreshadowing Ares is showing up and offering to help them. I just love that Percy is the last one to realize, oh, we also have to figure out who stole the bolt. bolt sort of thing. I never really thought about it until now, sort of thing. Or like the person who helped Hades steal the, or like who helped Hades steal the bolt. Well, because of course gods can't steal each other's powers and magical items. They have to send a hero to do it, but the hero can bring it to them. Which was well foreshadowed with Dionysus asking Percy for a drink. Yeah. Ares' introduction was great of him, like offering to help each other, proving who they are, sort of thing. Thing of like, oh well, you really, because the way I see it, you're behind schedule. Well, and that leads them to think, oh, he's from their world and whatnot. And I also love Ares' comment like I'm related to that guy. I don't like that. And then of course they go into the restaurant where Ares told them to meet up with him, and they see him laughing as he's causing discord over Twitter. I love it. Yes. Chef's kiss. No comments. I'm wondering. I'm also wondering if he's like causes other discord. Or on other social media like Facebook, Reddit, things like that. I'm really curious about it. I also wonder what his username is at. It's like at the God War or something, or like or at Ares War or something. Like I'm so curious what it is. It is also he shows up. He points out, oh yeah, you have the FBI on you too, not just police. It's going to be a lot harder for you to gain public transportation as well to convince him to help with the shield. I'll prove that he shows the news feed of Gabe on his phone, of Gabe, mentioning, oh yeah, Percy's trouble. I really love that Camaro sort of thing. Well, we really love that Camaro, blah blah blah. And Gorba's like, wait, who's that? So it's weird that he doesn't know about Gabe at all. It's really interesting to me. And then it's an interesting take to have Grover stay back and not go with the others on the quest, but it does sort of make sense that Ares wouldn't trust them not to do his job, but at the same time it's one of those things of like, well, if they don't do the job, they're not getting the right sort of thing though. So, but it does make sense that he doesn't trust him. Then of course they start to enter the Water World amusement park. And of course there's a trap in there sort of thing that's meant to scare them, which Aether figures out, but it's just there to scare them. But Athena not the Annabeth realized really quickly, oh, Festus made this part, sort of thing, so just giving it some time. Time to settle down and whatnot. Which to figure it out. Like this is a whole thing throughout the series that I know this is kind of nitpicky, just a little bit, but it's very slow in establishing. Not sorry, I know time constraints are a thing, so they can't. You can't do reveals as much as a book can, but it feels like for this sort of amusement park and him being behind it, you could take your sweet time much longer than you could with any of the monsters. So it's weird that, and it might be a bit nitpicky, but still, I wish they would take their time a bit more. Or because the Ares reveal was perfect, it made absolutely sense. Same thing with the kid reveal, like those didn't feel rushed at all. All um all whatnot. And then they switch back to Grover talking with Ares and pretend to be an Ares fan, and I'm like, and I wrote my notes because at this time I didn't know that. Grover, what are you getting at? Pretend to be an Ares fan. And because I figured he's trying to get something out of Ares, but I'm not sure what. And I just love how awkward the tunnel ride of love is when they get there, and was saying, "Don't you say this isn't a thing? Like, don't you say this needs to make a thing?" When she full on knows that's going to be the case. It's great. And of course, they get on the tunnel ride of love. They notice a golden throne with Ares' shield in it. They jump off. Ares uses his power to get them out because the waters are a bit too choppy. And they're struggling to get there. Everybody's not sure how he did it. And to save him and Annabeth, which is on track for Percy at this point. Give it time, Percy. You'll figure it out. Um, and then, of course, when they get out, they switch back, and Grover's like, "Oh yeah, must be so annoyed about how she's making you look bad and making sure how she thinks it's more clever." And Ares just goes on a rant about Athena, and I absolutely love it because yes, this is true of how, yeah, that's how the gods would be. They would have a lot of pent up resentment feelings for millennia. So yeah, makes sense. Would it be 3 millennia? Because I know about like 2 millennia ago is when the birth of Jesus Christ happened. So it would be 3 or 4. It might be 3 or 4 millennia. So actually, it might just be millennia. I don't think you put a plural S there. Oops, oh well. Of course, they come to this throne decision where they sorry, and then they switch back to Percy and Annabeth, realize that this throne is meant to be a trap. Someone has to sit in the throne in order to get the shield sort of thing, and they're debating who, and Percy agrees that tells her, the reason why I have you on this class is so that way you make sure I sit in there. You can't be the one to sacrifice for this sort of thing. and Annabeth promises to free his mom. It's like, oh great. Could you also come back and get me too? She's like, of course. And I just love how she cares about him and wants to help him out. It's great, the friendship. Yep, and well, of course, they get the shield, whatnot. That Annabeth tries and to freeze Percy. They meet Festus. This and Annabeth's like, look, I don't care about the quest. I'm getting him. That's all I care about right now. So what if the quest fails, sort of thing, and sort of points that out, which causes Hephaestus to release Annabeth. Now, this is where I have mixed feelings. At the same time, it's cool, and it allows Annabeth character development, and also shows Percy's loyalty more. But at the same time, them having to jump out of the ride and sail over the fence at the end, and after they grab the shield, is really cool. Plus, this also shows off Annabeth's fear of spiders, which we haven't encountered yet either. And it's just really, really cool, because right now, yeah, we see that Annabeth's powerless and she's warming up, but I feel like we need to show more of Annabeth's fear. Fear besides just, I don't want to lose anyone else, sort of thing. Like, I want to see her deal with arachnophobia. Yeah, please. He's like, it's not bad, but again, that scene is just so cool. I would love to see that happen on screen. I mean, it would have been great. Right, and then of course they retrieve it. The Ares brings them their ride to that with the zebra and lion and antelope, I think the other animal is. Transportation, that's illegal. All sort of thing, and he's like, okay, you take this will get you'll be able to get to the Lotus Casino. So that's where Hermes is, you might be able to bargain with him. And so now we know why they cast Hermes, just besides one little thing of saying, hey, you guys aren't gonna believe this Medusa head thing I found. It's for the scene, which I'm not sure how I feel about that, but oh well. Well, and I just love Percy confronting Ares. Ares about, look, I don't care what Ares and being rude to him, showing that rivalry already, how much he hates him. Of course, they get on I almost said bus, so they get on in the back of the truck, like the door's closed, and then they're like, well, if Ares is telling the truth, we'll get there. And Grover's like, yeah, I don't think he is. I think I figured out who the lightning thief is. Which is concerning, because at this point, they're not supposed to know who the lightning thief is. And so I'm, one, curious who Grover thinks it is, and two, why Grover figured this out. And two, if he still thinks that Hades stole it, or if he's going to lead into suspicion of Ares, but they're still going to go anyway just to make sure it's Hades. Like, I'm not entirely totally sure what's going to happen there, but hope it goes all right. Right, so yeah. This episode wasn't about as I feared. It was going to be from the preview with the chair, but I, uh, I don't, I don't know. I really think going with the original water slide would have been really great, sort of thing, and just having, you really should have just let Percy see the Fates cut the string as well. Well, if you want Annabeth to see as well, fine. You should have done that in episode 3. Right. Yeah, just saying, it really, that's my biggest complaint. But those are my biggest 2 complaints, I think, of this entire episode. And who knows, maybe I'll come to like the chair thing more, but I'm definitely don't like the Fates. Yeah, with that, I'll see you next week with another episode review. Until then, bye.